Hello everyone. I warmly welcome all of you to today's session in which we are going to have and review on Unit 1 and Unit 2. So we'll start with Unit 1, that is Fundamentals of Traffic Engineering, which is for 4 marks. In this chapter, we are going to study or already have been studied all these following points in detail. In the first point, we have been seeing what is traffic engineering, its definition according to USA. The phase of highway engineering, which corresponds with the planning and design of roads, highways, and abutting lands. Abutting lands means the land which is considered for the development or for the provision of the components like side drains, slope, berms, etc. साइड ड्रेन्स जो रोड या हाईवे के साइड से नालियां जाती है छोटी छोटी, दोज आर कॉल्ड एज अ साइड ड्रेन्स. बर्म, BERM, हॉरिजॉन्टल पोर्शन साइड स्लोप के बाद हम लोग जो प्रोवाइड करते हैं जहाँ पे मटेरियल को स्टैक किया जाता है along the length of the roadway, right? And with the various traffic operations for safe, suitable, convenient and economic transportation of persons and goods is called as traffic engineering. इस इंजीनियरिंग में हम क्या क्या स्टडी करेंगे? फेज ऑफ हाईवे डिजाइनिंग की, which includes planning and design of the roads, highway or abutting lands, plus various traffic operations. किस चीज के लिए? For safe, suitable, convenient and economic transportation. काय का? Persons का, goods मतलब सामान, is called as traffic engineering. The second definition was the branch of engineering which deals with the continuous improvement of traffic performance of road network and terminals by systematic traffic studies. It is an continuous improvement of the performance of road network. The third definition was the branch of engineering which deals with science of measuring traffic, planning, designing and operating systems to achieve safe and efficient movement of persons and goods. In all of these three definitions, you can go for any one according to your remembrance. Next, we have been studied elements that are to be studied before starting detailed traffic study. So, which are those? Firstly, you should know the road user characteristics, vehicle characteristics, ट्रैफिक फ्लो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, राइट. अब रोड यूजर मतलब जो रोड को यूज कर रहा है, जैसे व्हीकल चला रहा है तो ड्राइवर हो गया, पैदल जाने वाले लोग हो गए, पेडेस्ट्रियंस एक्सेट्रा. ये हो गए आपके रोड के यूजर. व्हीकल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, व्हीकल्स जो डिफरेंट टाइप्स के रहते हैं, कोई साइकिल पे जाता है, टू व्हीलर पे जाता है, लाइकवाइज. ट्रैफिक फ्लो, फ्लो कैसा है, हैवी है, मीडियम है ट्रैफिक का, इन अ पीक आवर, इन नॉन पीक आवर, लाइकवाइज. नेक्स्ट वाज ट्रैफिक वॉल्यूम स्टडी, हाउ मच the road is having how much capacity to conduct and traffic volume per day or per peak hour. Then speed study, which are the specifications to be provided or what is the nominal speed the vehicles are maintaining on such type of highway or road at a particular situation on a particular road. Origin and destination study, this type of study is purposely formed or performed to know the networks, right? Parking study and accidental study. These are the basic points that you should study before designing any kind of road or any kind of highway. Next, we have been studied objectives of traffic engineering, or which is also called as a purpose of traffic engineering. First, to have safe, efficient traffic flow with a minimum or zero accidents. Second, to plan different phases like expressways, arterial roads, parking facilities. अब ये जो क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ रोडवे था हाईवे में आपको, तो ये आपका प्री रिक्विजिट नॉलेज से रिलेटेड लेक्चर नंबर 1 जो है उसमें आपको डिटेल में एक बार रिकॉल करा दिया है मैंने. आप उसको एक बार रिकॉल कर सकते हैं वहां से. एक्सप्रेसवेज क्या रहते हैं, आर्टेरियल रोड्स कौन से रहते हैं, राइट. आपको औरंगाबाद में का मैंने एग्जाम्पल देके भी यहाँ पे आपको समझाया था. तो अब ट्रैफिक स्टडीज आगे आपको इस सेमेस्टर में क्यों सीखना है, ताकि आप इसका एक्चुअल डिजाइन कर सके, अभी इसके पहले हाईवे में आपने टाइप्स पता कर लिए और इस यहाँ पे आपको उसको मैनेज करना है, परफॉर्म करना है, या क्या टेक्निक्स यूज करते हैं वो आपको यहाँ पे सीखना है। नेक्स्ट था टू इम्प्रूव द ट्रैफिक परफॉर्मेंस, जैसे कि आप नए रोड्स फॉर्म कर रहे हो, पुराने रोड्स की वाइडनिंग कर रहे हो, लाइकवाइज यू आर इम्प्रूविंग रोड नेटवर्क एंड implementing the terminals by systematic traffic studies. Next, to apply the various traffic devices within a low cost, जैसे कि अगर कोई सिग्नल है तो उसको लो कॉस्ट कैसे बनाया जाता है, without any application of electricity, how they can be get operated, how they can be get operated with the help of any programming language. Likewise, their cost will be get reduced and they will give you an 100% efficiency to work very well in any kind of weather situation. Next, to consider the developing systems to enable pedestrian movement, right? So whatever the system is being provided for the pedestrians, the persons who are walking on the road surface, the proper provisions are to be get implemented, provided, right? As you can say, there is a no signal for pedestrian people. As the vehicle stops from one direction, they walk and come up to the intersection point and again cross to the further. But that is not the proper situation or the circumstances that are to be provided. The proper system or circumstances are there should be a particular 3 second, 5 second, or 10 second pedestrian signal has to be provided. So for such kind of a proposals design, we need to study first of all traffic engineering. Next is scope of traffic engineering. So it is included in the traffic characteristics like vehicular limitations, human limitations, traffic operations like traffic rules and regulations following and permissions, traffic control devices, implementing them, proposing and choosing according to a situation, traffic planning and design, in geometric design of the traffic, right? जैसे अगर आपको रोड बनाना है तो सबसे पहले क्यों बनाना है, क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है, ये आपको पता करना है, प्लस उसके जो कंपोनेंट्स है जो कि आप लोगों ने ज्योमेट्रिक डिजाइन ऑफ हाईवे और ज्योमेट्रिक डिजाइन ऑफ रोड हाईवे इंजीनियरिंग में थर्ड चैप्टर सेकंड चैप्टर आपने जो पढ़ा था उसमें क्या था, हर एक कंपोनेंट के स्पेसिफिकेशंस दिए थे, राइट? उस हिसाब से आपको डिजाइन करना है। तो हियर ऑल्सो फॉर द ज्योमेट्रिक डिजाइन ऑफ द ट्रैफिक, वो डिजाइन आप तब कर पाओगे जब आपके पास एक कुछ स्पेसिफिक डेटा रहेगा कि इतना काउंट है व्हीकल्स का, ये वॉल्यूम है, या इतनी स्पीड आपको मेंटेन करनी है तो इसके लिए आपको साइड डिस्टेंस कितना रखना है, कैम्बर कितना प्रोवाइड करना है, एक्सेट्रा. So these are the dependent factors with each other, like designing also and proposing and traffic flow system also. Next, we have been studied traffic administration, which includes engineering, enforcement, and education. Right? So these are the traffic characteristics basically from road user characteristics, vehicular characteristics, and road characteristics. These are the three basic characterization that we need to consider before designing. Road user, the peoples or the vehicles are using that highway or road facility. Vehicles, which kind of vehicle is being utilized for completion of the traffic or transportation system, and the road characteristics, what are the specification of road or highway. So in that we have been studied in detail that are road user characteristics, which is categorized as a permanent, in which there are some physical characteristics, mental characteristics, and psychological characteristics. It also includes a temporary characteristics, which is being maybe alcoholic, drug use, etc. So these are your road user characteristics. These varies person to person and their ability or the skill of driving. Next, we have been seeing vehicular characteristics, which includes length of the vehicle, width of the vehicle, weight of vehicle, height of vehicle, power of vehicle, vehicle speed, headlight position, or you can say height of the headlight above the carriageway, braking capacity of a vehicle, and vision, how much the clarity or the front clarity and side distance is being allowed in a foggy situation, in a dark situation. It depends upon the vehicle bulb system, or that is reflector system. So in that, these are the detailed vehicular characteristics, like according to the length, as specification is being given in the tabular form, that maximum dimension is being allowed is this much, and for the name of the item is this, means the type of the vehicle, like single unit with the two axles is called as a two-wheelers, second was the four-wheelers, tractors, and tractors with trailer or semi-trailer. Next, we have been seeing width of the vehicle, in which vehicle width is being exceeded or should not be get exceeded 2.44 meter. Weight of the vehicle, that the classification of highways is being categorized according to the tonnage per day. How much load carrying capacity of that pavement or the highway is being there, or for what weight carrying capacity it is being implemented and designed. So according to that, the weight of the vehicle is being calculated with this formula. Okay, and permissible single legal axle load as per the IRC specification is 8165 kg. Likewise, you can see a reference from the IS course. Height of the vehicle, it affects vehicle height when the vehicle is passing specifically under the bridges, over the bridges, below the electric poles, etc. Right. For that also the height is mentioned. Next was power of the vehicle, which again varies with the old vehicle, modern vehicle, etc. So their engine power will affect the traveling duration also and the performance of the vehicle in any situation. Next, we have been seeing vehicle speed that affects the traffic flow very much. Headlight position, it should be at a proper angle. Braking capacity, it affects the stopping side distance, overtaking distance. Vision, it affects the clear perception time of only obstructions comes in a way. Right. Next, we have been seeing the road characteristics, different road characteristics like gradient, curve of road, design speed, friction, reflecting characteristics, hardness and smoothness. Last of the surface slope, or you can say the camber. So gradient is a rate of rise or fall. Alignment is a center line of a roadway. Okay, so this in the image, it was been seen that here you perform a road survey along the length of the roadway, forms at different varying levels. According to that, you finalize the one formation level and balance these filling and cutting sections and form a particular type of gradient. So there are basically 4 to 5 types of gradient that you already have been studied. Next was curve of the road, the phenomenon which is specifically provided at the turning point of the road is called as a curve of the road, and it is a geometrical arc also which is being provided to change the alignment of the gradient at turning point. There are two types of curve, horizontal curve and vertical curve. Next was design speed, the maximum safe speed of vehicles assumed for the geometrical design also, and which is being considered to get followed by the vehicle on the different terrain, like there are plain terrain, rolling terrain, mountainous terrain and steep terrain. This table is very much important for the examination point. Next, we have been studied factors to be considered. So which factors again affect, like class, it may be 100% perfect design, it may be 100% perfect situation, but there will be a chances of failure of weather condition also, or a vehicle condition or road condition. So the class and condition of the road surface, nature intensity and type of traffic, type of curve along the road, side distance required, nature of terrain, etc. Next was friction between types and tires, that is being allowable friction is minimum 0.15 and maximum or should not be get extended or assumed for a horizontal curve is 0.4. It doesn't have an unit because it's an ratio. Okay. So next we have been studied light reflecting characteristics, that if light is dim or total darkness is there, so you need to provide such kind of reflectors along the edge of the roadway, along the center line of the roadway, or any reflecting angles. Right, you are saying direction changing notifications are there. So on such notifications, you need to apply such reflectors for the visibility of the road pavement, right, in the darkness or in a complete dark, etc. Next, we have been seeing hardness and smoothness, which is a property, like property of a road which is being formed. As you can say, if there is a smooth road, so the traveling will be so much easy. If there is a hardness in the pavement or the formation layer or wearing surface of the pavement, there may be a problem get created or the accidental situation get formed. Next, we have been studied surface slope or camber, that is being provided from center towards two edges, that towards left side, towards right side, or one-sided slope is being provided. These are the specification or IRC code for the camber that is maybe get asked. So this is a review, and the last point was reaction time, that how much time the reactor or the driver can take there is one factors which affect your reaction time, like driver's physical ability as well as the mental ability, driving speed related to the design speed, weather visibility, time of the day, brake condition and the technology provided to the vehicle, road surface friction, whether road is smooth or rough, distraction if any, driving skills of driver, various individual conditions of drivers such as drug or alcohol or addicted with some other things that affect the traveling purpose. Next, we have been seen in detail that is the PIEV theory. In this, P stands for perception, I stands for intellection, E stands for emotion, V stands for violation. Right? In the image, as I explained, according to the image, when we observe any obstruction in front of our vehicle, so the brain puts signals, read it, like perception means read it, which kind of obstruction is being there, or whether the vehicle is coming too fast from the opposite direction. Then this brain analyzes this, take a decision, and give that decision to the body to react accordingly. That is called as a response. This total theory is called as a PIEV theory. This point is most important. It always asks in the examination, so you should prepare this very well. And this P is called as the perception time, the time which is required for sense by eyes or ears towards the brain through the nervous system and spinal cord. It is termed as a perception time. Intellection, in which situation is being understood and occurs while during the traveling. Emotion time, according to your mental situation, you analyze and take a decision accordingly. And violation, the time taken by driver to take the final action, to perform, to respond, right? So with the help of the animation, first brain observed an obstruction, then he perceives, he starts analyzing with the help of presence mind situation, maybe a emotional, balanced or imbalanced to the situation. Then he takes a 1 to 2 seconds for analysis and takes the decision according to the situation, and then he responds. So this responding time varies according to the driver or the situation of the vehicle. It may be 3 to 6 seconds, but it should not be more than 6 seconds. So here it was a review of unit 1. Okay, so I hope all the concepts are being cleared with the unit 2. In the next minutes, we will start review of unit 2. So here it is our unit 2 traffic studies, which is for 12 marks. These are the following different points we have been studied in unit 2. In that, the first is traffic studies, definition of traffic studies. It is the thorough study and analysis of data, right? The process it involves is identifying the problem, defining the problem, data collection, and its analysis. Okay, according to any situation, first of all, you find out what is the problem. Is there or not? If it is not, then there is a no further studies is being included. But if there are a problem of traffic jam situation, accidental situation, so accordingly you identify that. Then define exactly, clarifying whether it is an accident situation or it is related to the traffic jam throughout the day, through the peak period of the day, or any time or in the night. Then defining, after that you collect the data according to the situation and analysis and propose the remedial measures that will be rectify the problem and make your traveling smooth and safe. So studies are performed to identify the problem of the current situation and provide the solution after the systematic analysis. Tries, which are the different methods are being utilized or make your studies very much easy, are traffic volume study, speed study, origin and destination study, study of traffic flow characteristics, traffic capacity study, parking study, and accidental study. These are the different methods which helps to identify the flow of the traffic, nature of the traffic, whether there is any problem regarding parking situation also or accidental situation or jamming situation, and according to you can propose a remedial measures. Next, why we need to study these? First of all, to decide the geometric design features, 10 to perform or find out the number of vehicles crossing a section per unit time, how much vehicles are crossing, right? According to that, you will decide whether the available width of the pavement is sufficient or needs to be get increased. Then this is also performed to know the actual speed of the vehicles over a particular route. O&D is being utilized to plan the road networks and other facilities. Traffic capacity studies are performed to know the ability of roadway so as to accommodate traffic volume, whether that much width, that much cross section or length is being sufficient for the road users or needs to be get modified. Okay. And last was to carry out the parking studies, where the parking scheme or system is available or not, and where it should be get planned for current situation and for the future scenarios. Next was information required for traffic studies, which basic information you should know, like your road user characteristics, vehicular characteristics related to the road, survey of the urban and rural areas, types of roads, their cost, intersection points, etc. Next, according to the traffic survey related to the vehicle, so the capacity, speed, spacing, parking size, weight, and etc. regarding the vehicle or vehicular dimensions, accidental conditions like why the accident is happening, how much are the cases of getting serious or not, etc. Survey related to the environmental includes the survey of land. Then all these above data is being required to start the design of the pavement or perform the traffic study. Okay. Nextly, we already have been started the traffic volume study method. The method which includes or which supports or gives you an easy and quick data regarding the traffic volume study, in which number of vehicles and pedestrians crossing a section of the road per unit time is performed during any selected interval or period, then it is termed as a traffic volume study. दिन का कोई भी पर्टिकुलर टाइम आप चूज करके उस टाइम के ऊपर क्रॉस सेक्शन कंसीडर करके वहां पे ट्रैफिक वॉल्यूम स्टडी आप परफॉर्म कर सकते हो, डेटा कलेक्ट कर सकते हो एंड इजीली एनालिसिस कर सकते हो. Likewise, this is a particular intersection image. Okay, and this is a tabular form which is being formed at the end of the survey, that you will get all the data of during that particular time or peak hour. So what is the purpose? It will help you to identify the traffic pattern or trends used to planning the traffic control and operation on the existing road. It is again useful in planning and designing the new network of road connectivity, elaborate the idea of relative importance of roads, what is the importance of the roads, which roads are to be being very or highly congested. For such kind of roads, you need to provide a service road. Like our highway is day by day, mid bypass highway is day by day getting congested, specifically during the 11 to 2 p.m. Right? So for that purpose, the 4-lane planning is being done or an extension of service road is being planned. So according to the situation, according to the availability of the funds, they will proceed further. Elaborate the idea of relative importance and the intersections on the roads. Design the pavement with respect to geometrical design and data available. Then most useful for planning of sidewalks, crosswalks, subways and pedestrian signals. साइडवॉक्स जैसे कि आपके शोल्डर पोर्शंस रहते हैं, फुटपाथ रहते हैं. क्रॉसवॉक एक साइड से रोड के ऊपर से जो फ्लाई ओवर गुजरता है, जो कि सिर्फ और सिर्फ पेडेस्ट्रियन पर्पस के लिए रहता है, that are called as crossways. Subways, the ways which are underground or provided below your road pavement, and pedestrian signals. Next, to determine the roadway capacity and planning, signal timings and its regulation. Next, we have been studied methods, which are different methods to count the data. There are manual method, automatic counter method, and moving car method. Manual counting method, in which the persons are physically stands at an intersection point, collect the data, read and fill in a particular sheet of the format. The format of sheet is given in the slide, like date, road classification, name of the junction, etc. And further, you have to write individual reading of all the kinds of vehicles and according to their directions in the horizontal manner. Okay, So this is an example that I have been elaborated to you. It is related to a signal system which is provided at the entrance of the MIT gate number 1. So here, however, the directions of the roadways are being classified is being shown with the numbers at a particular corner. The dark circle is showing the name of the corner. These 1, 2, 3 are the showing routes from which the different directions vehicles are coming and going in different directions. Likewise, 4 corners we have been decided, and accordingly the pattern is being get identified. And according to each line or each flow of the red line in that direction, different types of vehicles are being counted. And how they are counted? With a single line, and in the total they are being again totalized. Next, we have been seeing automatic counter methods which doesn't need any manual help or can be performed for 24 hours or any natural condition like heavy summer, heavy monsoon, etc. So such kind of instrument is being implemented over the signals to count the vehicles. Again, this is one method that is piezoelectric sensors. This kind of sensors are provided on road pavement bearing surface. Whenever the vehicle pass through this, it is being recorded. Like next is bending plate, pneumatic road tube. Next method was moving car method. Firstly, vehicle will move along the flow of the vehicle, along the flow of the traffic. Secondly, it will move in opposite direction to the flow of the traffic, and whatever observing, whatever count he will observe, he will only notify them only. So this is a lump sum method which is generally being not used. Next, we have been seeing traffic volume count data, its representation and analysis. There may be a computer analysis or manual analysis. For computer analysis, the softwares are being used, and for manual, like our sheet, we are, as I have been already shown to you, accordingly we perform. So these are the issues that software should perform according to all these your requirements. He should give and first of all access to user to edit any data at any circumstances or any point. Manual analysis, that data is being connected manually and filled in a particular sheet. Representation, which includes such kind of representation, right? In any direction, how much vehicles are passing, the total value is being given, and at the end, all the detailing is being attached with the sheets. That is, it's one kind of representation. Second, representation with the help of charts, graphs, etc. Next was origin and destination study, which is also being called as OND study. It is performed for all these purposes, like to know the road network, for the schedule of different modes of transportation, for determining number of vehicular traffic. So there are the methods like how we can collect the data for the OND method: home interview method, roadside interview, return postcard, and license plate. These are the methods: tag on car and work spot interview. Further, we have been studied speeds. Regarding speed, so distribution and performance of the traffic on existing roads according to speed limits. There are the objectives of speed, types of speed. There are the running, operating, spot, journey, and cruising. As a question in the objective quiz is being related with all these types of speeds. Running speed, average or the mean speed. Operating, which is being operated by the environmental or extraordinary features. Next, for cruising speed, when the atmospheric conditions are the only speed controlling factors. Spot speed, at any instant or any specific location, how much is the speed of moving vehicle in front of you. Journey speed, the overall speed with which vehicle travels. In that, you need to study the spot speed in detail, which includes electronic meter, mirror box method, and photoelectric method. So in this, most suitable method is your radar gun. With the help of the radar gun, you can get the spot speed, or with the help of the time lapse camera, in which you will get the image of the vehicle also. So its detailing will also get find out. Then its representation according to the mathematical approach and according to the graph, with the help of the graph. Next, we have been studied parking studies. Why we need parking studies, which are the different methods. Basically, there are two methods: on-street, off-street parking. On-street parking, it is again in the manner of angular, perpendicular, and parallel. As we can see, all these classification with the help of images. So here it is a conclusion of review of Unit 1 and Unit 2. Thank you.